Hello everyone, Exodus here, getting ready to get back into our favorite aquatic apparatus is not the right word. Aquatic ambiotic zone. The ambiance of the zone is very aquatic. Why did I think? That's not in the game right now. I mean, it's in this game, it's just not in the word game. I've been very busy. Today is going to be simple. I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to build some tools, and I forgot to. But I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't have the materials. As you can see, my inventory is quite full. And that is because I'm going to build a lot of stuff right now. And then, after things are built, some of it will stay behind, because we won't need it for this particular moment. Some of it's going to come with us as we go to Lifepod 19. And I think we will also check out Lifepod 4 and 6. Get the Lifepods done. That way we can go and check out the Aurora and hopefully find all the parts we need to get our big boat, the Cyclops, and another underwater vehicle that I will need. So, before any of that, we need to jump right into what I was going to build. And I got a lot of stuff put together to build a lot of stuff. And I need to do it quick because it looks like I'm getting thirsty. Bug? I got a bug in my room. Ah! Okay. So, we got poo monsters out my door and bugs in my room. Good old flies. High capacity O2 tank. I've been meaning to build this for a while. Now we're going to take care of some serious air problems. Oh yeah, up to 135. Next, air problems out. We are going to create something called a rebreather. It allows you to basically dive deep and stay deep longer. We are going to need that for the deeper parts of the ocean, especially where we're going next. I think we're going to need it there. Third, we are going to build a laser cutter. That way we can get through all them nasty parts of the ships that we can't get through without it. Duh. What am I thinking? So, that's kind of the important stuff. Now it's time for a little bit of quality of life items. And first would be the stasis rifle. This guy right here can freeze mobs in their tracks. And by mobs, I mean anything swimming out there. And by anything, I mean anything. Which later in the game is going to mean something very important. And the final item will be the propulsion cannon.
Motivational note. Craig McGill crash-landed in the acid swamps of Boreal 9, fought off arachnid kidney poachers, and hijacked a tame Star Wall. If he can do all that, you can survive one more day.
Wow, that guy's raw. Wow. Alright, that also reminds me of something else I want to see if I can show you. But we're going to build this propulsion cannon, and this will allow us to move objects from our path, which we will need for the Aurora and other things, hopefully. Cool, we got toys. Oh, yeah. What we're going to leave behind, it looks like I didn't need it. What did I have this for? Must have just been extra stuff. Excellent. We're going to leave some of that stuff behind because we're not going to go into too hostile territory. I don't think. Not sure. And then we are going to probably go through a couple PDA entries to try to get caught up on that. So it's kind of seeming like we're going to do a lot of stuff, and it might be, but I might just go ahead and do some quick snippet and editing and move on with life. So let's get things put away and grab some food and water. Ooh. No food, huh? Wow, I'm gonna have to do some...
Caution. Dehydration detected.
I hear ya. I'm gonna have to do some serious Item gathering. Luckily, I got my beautiful farm.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We better wait before we drink another water. I also added another door because I got tired of getting pooped on every time I leave. I may have actually made another addition here. I didn't do this in the last video. This needed more space. I will be adding more here and there. If there's anything super relevant, I'll make sure to point it out, but I should take food for the long trip. That's okay. We will hurry. Our first destination will be Lifepod 19.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We got everything we need. Laser cutter, scanner, and repair tool. We might need that. Oh, repair tool. We need you already. Let's go ahead and fix our sea moth. Nothing sadder than a broken sea moth. So we will see you guys at the almighty Lifepod 19. We are back, everyone, and as I should be paying attention because this is looking very, very sketchy. Like there could be something dangerous here. But as we approach this life pod, I'm realizing that I'm going to hit a major depth issue. I might not be able to go to it yet. So, this is scary. There's some wreckage here, so I think we'll... Oh, that's pretty deep down there. That's okay. No! Don't drop it!
Diversity in this region is unusually low.
Rebreather.
Unknown.
Not much biodiversity. That's probably a good thing. It's right down there, but my goodness, if we went that far... Boy, those are some stumps. Boy, that got dark. Oh boy. If we go that far away from our sea moth and mess up, we will regret it. Oh, it's not bad. Let's do it. We can do this. In and out. In and out. There's a PDA. What we got in here?
Integrating new PDA data.
Another PDA. Anything good? That's why we built the rebreather. Wow, I'm not seeing nothing else. Okay, I heard that noise. Let's head back to our sea moth, and let's head back now. Excellent. That was target number 1. Ooh, there's a door to cut. Let's check it out with our new laser cutter. After we get some air. Bigger air tank. Hey, we can even come right over here. Let's take a look. Laser cutter. I choose you. All right. Now it's time to make some progress. Oh, this is a little slow, and you get these doors like this deep inside some of these wreckages, and it can get pretty scary. Shoot out of the way. What do we got in here? Ooh. Power cell charger. Nice. But it's just one fragment. We're going to need at least one more. A small sample. What's that? Oh, well, there we go. We can recharge our power cells. Electron microscope.
Blueprint acquired.
Oh, we're getting some decorations for our house. Basically. Pretty dark. Not wanting to go in there. Alright, we got the power cell, so we can charge our power cells from our sea moth. That is quite wonderful. I see something shiny and blue and I want to look at it. Let's get air. take a look. Maybe there's some other cool stuff down here. What's that? Something to scan. Moon pool. This right there, the moon pool fragment. One of two. If we find one more of those, this is going to be beyond awesome. Beyond awesome. Oh, it's a light. Come on, show me a moon pool fragment. Office chair. You're not a moon pool. The moon pool, we can dock our sea moth in it and upgrade it. That means we'll be able to take our sea moth even deeper, even further, give it some special ability, so to speak. What is this? A thermal plant. Wow. We're going to need that to go down deep because there's a lot of heat, but not much of anything else. Oh, yeah, we get to go in there. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, you're a deep dark hole. We're not here for you, deep dark hole. Yes! Oh, it's on. It is on. It is on. We are going. We are going places as long as I don't drown. I think we already have the bioreactor. We should build one. We don't need you. We do need to go inside of there. Moonpool? Haha, I'm gonna scan you just because I can.
30 seconds.
Yes, ma'am. I am so excited right now that exploring the other life pods just doesn't seem relevant anymore. But I'm going to, because I do need to get the battery charger too. That would be wonderful. Okay. Can't go in that one, that's fine. Saw some wreckage up here I wanted to look at. What's that? Bioreactor. Give me some titanium, that's it. That's okay. I don't have enough light. It's so dark. And it's just it's just a come on in sort of thing. What's that? Huh. Sign of some kind. Ooh. A door to cut. Now there might be something interesting in there. This is a good find. The Lifepod only had a couple PDAs, but they might have some interesting background. But this pod, or this piece of wreckage is wonderful. Thump, that could have hurt. What do you got? Open supply. Ooh, food. That's kind of nice. Another supply container. More food. More food. Wow. Another one. Those blocks of food right there, it's literally what those are. Those are blocks of food. They're the best food in the game too. So I am not going to complain about finding that. Sea moth!
30 seconds.
I think that about does it for this. I mean, this part. We're gonna... What's that? That's a chair. We're gonna get ourselves back home after I drink some delicious water. 75 food, that's wonderful. And then we will go from there on to our next part, I think. Or we'll at least determine what our next part is. We will see you back at Not Home.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, and we are back home, and after putting a little bit of thought into it, and thinking, I'm going to have to do a lot of material grinding after that little salvage mission we had, so I can build a couple things. And that's fine, but I don't really want to bore everybody with every grind session. So, what I'm going to do for the remainder of this episode, because we are getting going into kind of a long stretch here, so to speak, I suppose, that I don't want to make it too long. So, we're going to go through a couple PDA entries. A little bit of our information here just to get it out of the way. And there is a lot that we could go through. The first of which is something that I want to share with you that I had happened to me while I was just mindlessly farming. I was collecting materials for today's episode. And here's what happened.
What are you?
Totally strange, totally freaky. While this was going on, my screen started to flash and I saw these creepy eyes staring at me no matter where I turned. I mean, it freaked me out because it was something brand new and it was weird. Was not expecting that. So that was something rather important I wanted to share. None of this down here really matters because you should have been present for this if I was doing my part right. These are just the voice recordings that we heard. So we're going to go ahead and kick it on over to, well, oh, that's clearing up pretty good. We've been far. That's when the poor Aurora blew up. Let's get the rest of these off the list. That way that ugly number's gone. Get out of there, 3. All right. So we're going to go ahead and kick it on over to the PDA entries. These are those little things that I've been picking up at different locations. The little, well, little blue PDA entries. They're little information packets pretty much. So let's start over here with Aurora Survivors. This is just where we went and got the 2, the Lifepod 19. So number 1, we have Lifepod 19 Officer Keen's voice log. Captain Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. Officer Keen. I hear you, Captain. I think I'll just cut the names out and you can follow along if you want. The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there. Understood, but they're your responsibility now. Don't let them down. Captain, you need to evacuate. Negative. Your guys need the chance to salvage the ship and contact HQ. I'm attempting a controlled descent. Explosion on board of the Aurora. Ooh. Captain? And then it was over. The next one is the crew log. To all crew, if you are reading this, then you have followed the automatic distress signal broadcast by this Lifepod's onboard computer. Contrary to my orders, I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach the designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. I hope to see you there. This was supposed to direct us to the floating island. That Lifepod, I think, was almost right below it. So if I would have went straight up, I would have found the island that we originally went to. So, all right, let's go down to operations logs. We'll try to just do a few of these. We'll do this one and Degassi survivors this time, because if we explore more, those guys are going to become important. So, structural analysis, scattered wreckage. Okay, this looks like it's completely irrelevant to our story. So let's continue on. Degassi survivors. Let's go with Bart Torgal's log number 3. What's left? I messed up. Badly this time. It's been 2 days since the attack. We never should have left this island. I shouldn't have done what they said. We shouldn't have gone so deep. We're not wanted down there. They don't trust us, and I can see why. I could see it, and they couldn't. And now they're gone, and I'm up here, alone. I deserve to die. Here. That's Bart Torgal. That's something to keep in mind later on, because we will be finding more PDAs about where they went. Degassi voice log number 1, habitation location. Paul. This island is the best thing that could have happened to us. No predators, fresh food. Margaret, no building materials, nothing left of the ship, and the kid says we're going to starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid. Bart, this is the entry we just read. This is the kid. It's true, father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us. Margaret, all I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we're going to get our feet wet. Paul, the rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but it won't gain you ground with me. I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay just to take a swim? Go right ahead. Margaret, believe me, I'm thinking of it. So, as you can tell, it sounds like there's 3 of them at least. Margaret, Paul, and then Bart. And Bart is Paul's son. Degassi voice log number 2. Storm. Son, I said no. Wait for the storm to pass. What's one vegetable patch compared to our safety? You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk. I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself. Say, Chief. What? Do you know how to drain those grow beds out there of 40 tons of storm water? Or how to conjure food from the air? Don't get clever, Maida. You're too old to change old habits. I'm just saying, what's your boy's life worth to you today? It's if tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go deal with the plants. Son, go deal with the plants. Bart Torgal has disembarked the habitat. Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me? No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling. Sooner or later, this place will be buried. Only choice we've got is whether to get buried with it. And then it ends. Then we've got the final one. Paul Torgal, log number 1. Marooned. Boy, that's a long one, and I'm losing my voice. Chief's log. 5 weeks since our ship was shot out of the air. Fate spared my son, Bart, and I, but also burdened us with the presence of a cut-price mercenary with local expertise, name of Maida, who I reluctantly commissioned for this voyage. I probably should have read this one first. My bad. The 3 of us spent days in the Lifepod, rain hammering the roof, ocean on the horizon. Then the weather cleared, and we saw this floating oasis. We were saved. We salvaged the Degassi wreck to build this habitat. I set Bart to studying the indigenous plant life, finding us a stable source of food. That expensive education of his is paying dividends sooner than I expected. Our only problem is Maida. She claims the island's too small to support us all indefinitely. Says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. She's likely never gone more than a week without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. Every judgment she makes assumes things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd see that humans have spent millennia shackling nature to our will. This planet won't cause any new problems. Our one task now is to stay alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months or even years. So if you ever think your insurance is bad, try them. And that's where I'm going to call it quits, because we're going to run this on way too long, and I don't want to do that. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm going to do some off-screen, off-recording farming for just basic materials, because I got a lot to build in the next one. And then we're going to be able to go far. And I am ridiculously excited. So thank you, everybody, for checking it out. And if you did, be sure to hit that like button. And until the next time, take it easy. Peace.